Student, welcome to the online classes of chemistry. So, in our last video, we discussed about nomenclature, so common system and IUPAC system. So, look here students, here some examples are there. So, the first example is here it is common name is here it is this halogen atom is attached to the this end, and here it is called as N-butyl chloride, N-butyl chloride, and same that is while naming the IUPAC system, according to the IUPAC system it is numbered as 1, as already you have studied in the PUC first year. So, it is called as 1-chlorobutane. And similarly, the halogen atom is attached to the second carbon atom, it is called as secondary butyl chloride, because here this halogen atom is attached to this carbon, it is linked with the two other carbon, hence it is called as secondary. So, here its name is 2-chlorobutane. And similarly, the methyl group is attached here, branching takes place here, and due to this branching it is called as isobutyl chloride, and here it is named as, here it comes first and then it is 2, it is 3, and here it is 1-chloro-2-methyl propane. And similarly, the same thing is happened here, 1, 2, 3, so it is propane, it is 2-bromo-2-methyl propane according to the IUPAC system. So, here here alphabetical word, so bromo comes first and after that this methyl. And similarly, here it is neopentyl chloride. So, in neopentyl chloride, look here, it is named from this end because it is nearest to this 1, 2, 3. So, 1-chloro, so 2,2-dimethyl propane. And same thing has happened here students. So, here it is a double bond compound, it is called as allyl chloride, and here while naming this, so this double bond end comes first because it has a first preference, it is second 3, and here it is called as 3-chloropropene, or you may write 1-propene. And same thing is vinyl chloride, it is called as chloroethene, and same that is N-propyl fluoride, and here it is 1-fluoropropane. And same thing students here. So, CS2Cl2, that is called as methylene chloride, and its IUPAC name is dichloromethane. And same CHCl3, it is called as chloroform, it is called as chloroform, and here its formula, its IUPAC name is trichloromethane. And carbon tetrachloride, so carbon tetrachloride here, carbon tetrachloride, it is also called as same, that is, or here it is also called as tetrachloromethane, it is called as tetrachloromethane, tetrachloromethane, it is called as tetrachloromethane. Carbon tetrachloride, it is called as tetrachloromethane. And similarly, so here the bromine is directly attached to the benzene ring, it is called as bromobenzene, and here its IUPAC name is also same, and here the bromine is attached to the third position, and here it is called as ortho, and here it is called as meta, it is called as para position. So, it is meta-dibromobenzene, and its IUPAC name is 1, 2, 3, so 1,3-dibromobenzene. And similarly here, it is here 3 bromine atoms are attached to this, and here it is symmetric tribromobenzene, and it is called as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, it is 1,3,5-tribromobenzene. And the last one, that is benzyl chloride, and this benzyl chloride is called as here that is phenyl methane, chlorophenyl methane. So, it is chlorophenyl methane. So, students, here it is about IUPAC names of these compounds. And here after this, let us see the nature of CX bond. So, what is the nature of CX bond? Look here. Nature of CX bond. So students, here in haloalkanes, the halogen atom is more electronegative as compared to that of carbon atom. So therefore, the carbon atom has a partial positive charge and the halogen atom has partial negative charge. Means the CX bond is polarized. So here in haloalkane, or you may call it as alkyl halide, in haloalkane or alkyl halide, the CX bond is polarized. CX bond is polarized because the halogen atom is more electronegative than that of carbon atom. Hence the carbon atom bears a partial positive charge and the halogen atom bears a partial negative charge. So hence it is polarized. So here it is how it is indicated. Look here students, it is indicated like this. CX, it is negative, it is positive. Look here. Carbon atom bears a partial positive charge and halogen atom bears a partial negative charge. Hence the alkyl halides or haloalkanes are having polar CX bond. So here it is the nature of CX bond. So you know that haloalkane, the CX bond is polarized because the halogen atom is more electronegative than that as compared to that of carbon atom. Hence the carbon atom bears a partial positive charge and the halogen atom bears a partial negative charge. Hence it is called as a polar. So here the reactivity of haloalkanes, here the reactivity of haloalkane is in the order of look here students, Ri greater than Rbr, then Rcl, then Rf. So why this is happened? The reactivity of haloalkanes or alkyl halide is in the order of, so here where R is an alkyl group, So why it is Ri, iodide, methyl iodide, ethyl iodide, like this, that is these are more reactive. So if I write that is instead of this CH3I, CH3Br, CH3Cl and CH3F. So here why the order of reactivity is like this? So we know that in the 17th group, that is in halogen, as we move down the group from fluorine to iodine, the atomic size goes on increases. As the atomic size goes on increases, the bond length between this methyl and iodine, the bond length is also increases. As the bond length increases, the bond dissociation energy decreases. Hence, so these can be easily broken. The bond between CH3 and I can be easily, breaks. And therefore, these are highly reactive. So, for example, here I will write that is this CH3F. Look here students, it is a bond, and here I will write here this side. Here I will write, it is bond, that is CF, first that is CF, and then you may write even bond length also. So bond length in picometer, bond length, bond dissociation energy, it is kilojoules per mole, and even you may write this dipole moment also. Look here, CF, then Cl, then CBr, then C, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and then iodine. Look here students, here I have written here, or you may directly write that is CS3, F, that is methyl chloride, methyl fluoride, methyl chloride, methyl bromide, or methyl iodide. Even you may write direct the examples also instead of writing if you are confusion. CS3F, CS3Cl, CS3Br, CS3I. Look here, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Look here, as we move down in the periodic table from fluorine to iodine, the atomic size goes on increases. As the atomic size increases, its bond length also increases. As the bond length increases, the strength of this compound decreases. Means bond dissociation enthalpy decreases. And hence, so this methyl iodide can be easily, that is broken. The bond between this methyl and iodine can be easily broken, and these are highly reactive. And hence, that is the order of reactivity is Ri, Rbr, Rcl, and Rf. So the best example is here, the bond length is 139, it is in terms of picometer, it is 139 and 178 and it is 193. Look here students, it is 193 and last one is near about 214. So bond length goes on increases. As the bond length goes on increases, we can easily break the bond. And here its dissociation energy is 452. It is having higher, that is dissociation bond enthalpy, bond dissociation enthalpy. It is in terms of kilojoules per mole. And the next one is 351. Look here students, it is 351 and 293 and 234. So therefore, the bond dissociation enthalpy goes on decreases and it can be easily removed. And even you may write dipole moment also. So you may write dipole moment also. So dipole moment much not differs. Here 1.84, 1.84 and the 1.86, 1.86, 1.83 and last one, that is 1.63 something. So students, here it is about this bond enthalpy and this bond length and then bond dissociation energy, dipole moment. So look here, as the bond length goes on increases, the bond dissociation enthalpy goes on decreases, and therefore these are more reactive. The reactivity is this more. So it is about this reactivity and the nature of CX bond. Look here students, after this let us see the methods of preparation. Methods of preparation. Methods of preparation of haloalkanes or alkyl halides. So here the first method is from alcohols. Look here students, from alcohols. So here the first one, it is also called as a Gross method. It is also called as a Gross method. So here what happens? When alcohols are treated with halogen acid means HCl, HBr, HI. Halogen acid in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, so haloalkanes are formed. So here this reaction, in this reaction, look here students, when alcohol is treated with halogen acid HX in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, here anhydrous zinc chloride acts as a dehydrating agent. It removes the water molecule. So then here this water molecule is removed, and then here it forms RX plus H2O. So RX is called as alkyl halide. So look here students, here when alcohol is treated with, it is alcohol, very simple reaction. When alcohol is treated with halogen acids, HX is equal to HCl, HBr, HI. Look here students, HX is equal to, you may add, put HCl, HBr, HI with halogen acids in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, which acts as a dehydrating agent. Anhydrous zinc chloride, haloalkanes are formed. Look here students, it is the first reaction. So when alcohols are treated with halogen acids in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, haloalkanes are formed. Alcohol treated with halogen acid, it gives. So here also students, we have to remember 4 important points. So number 1, note, the order of reactivity of halogen acids HI, HBr and then HCl. Look here students, the order of reactivity is, so here it is HI, HBr, HCl. So why this HI is more reactive? Again, that is we have to remember same thing. That is the bonded dissociation of HI. Look here that is HI, the bonded dissociation enthalpy is, bond dissociation enthalpy for HI is very less. It can be easily removed. It is 295 kilojoules per mole, the bond dissociation enthalpy. But here the remaining, this HCl, the bond dissociation enthalpy for HCl is, it is near about 432 kilojoules per mole. It is 432 kilojoules per mole. And for HBr, look here, for HBr it is intermediate. So here HBr is 363 kilojoules per mole. Look here students. Here the bond dissociation enthalpy of the HI is less and hence it is more reactive. And here HCl and HBr, it is more, and therefore the highly reactive is HI. And the second point, the order of reactivity. The order of reactivity of alcohol is tertiary alcohol, secondary alcohol, primary alcohol. Look here students, tertiary alcohol is more reactive, and then secondary alcohol, and secondary alcohol is more reactive than primary alcohol. So it is the second point. And due to this reason only, look here students, the third important point, the primary alcohol and secondary alcohol required anhydrous zinc chloride. Look here students, here the anhydrous zinc chloride is required for primary alcohol and secondary alcohol. The primary alcohol and secondary alcohol required anhydrous zinc chloride, but tertiary alcohol does not require anhydrous zinc chloride, students, because it is highly reactive. It does not require the anhydrous zinc chloride. Then fourth one, important one. Look here students, here a mixture of this HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride, the mixture of HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride is called Lucas reagent. Look here students, it is called the mixture of HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride is called Lucas reagent. And this Lucas reagent, it is used to distinguish between primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. Look here students, so you have to remember these important points, and it is the first method. It is called as Gross method. So simple reaction is there and simple statement you have to write, and if you want to write the example, you may use any one. Look here, I will write the example here. So first, that is, I will write example here. Look here, I will take here ethyl alcohol C2H5OH plus HCl in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride. Look here, water is removed. And then it forms C2H5Cl plus H2O. You may take any example, R is equal to CH3, C2H5, C3H7, etc. You may take any example here. So, or you may write methyl alcohol. So, CH3OH plus HCl, RHBr. So, that is anhydrous zinc chloride. Or you may write HCl even, same, that is example. You write that is CH3Cl plus H2O, like this. So, then here you remember these four, that is important note. So, they may ask in the CET exam. Okay. Then the second one with phosphorus halides. In phosphorus halide, we know that phosphorus trihalide and phosphorus pentahalide. Look here students, in that is phosphorus, we know that phosphorus trihalide and phosphorus pentahalides are there. Second one, reaction with phosphorus halides. Look here students, A with phosphorus trihalides. Here, when alcohols are treated with phosphorus trihalide, so haloalkanes are formed. Look here, I will write ROH plus PX3, X is equal to ClBrI. So, when it is treated with phosphorus trihalide, look here students, here 3 X are there, I will write here 3. Then here it breaks into 3 parts. Look here, 1, 2, 3, and here it breaks into 2 parts. Here it forms 2RX. It is called as alkyl halide. Plus, here it is H3PO3, phosphorus acid. So here I will write an example, C2H5OH plus PCl3. So I will write here 3, then you will get 3C2H5Cl plus H3PO3. H3PO3. So C2H5. So here it breaks and then you will get a C2H5Cl. So students, here statement, so which is very easy. Write statement. So here when ethyl alcohol is treated with phosphorus trichloride, ethyl chloride is formed or chloroethane is formed. Chloroethane is formed. That this much only, one line, single line. When alcohols are treated with phosphorus trihalide, haloalkanes are formed. Or you may write alkyl halide is formed instead of. So when alcohols are treated with phosphorus trihalide, haloalkanes are formed or alkyl halide is formed. So students, here the second one, B1, that is here when alcohols are treated with phosphorus pentahalide, look here, PX3, PX5, then what happens here? So again it only has that is two part, it has two part. So here it gives one RX alkyl halide and another one is this POX3 phosphorus trioxychloride, and then another one that is HX. Look here, I will write an example here, same example, C2H5OH plus PCl5. You may take phosphorus trichloride or phosphorus pentachloride or phosphorus pentabromide. So then here it forms C2H5Cl chloroethane. So here it breaks here and then it forms POCl3 phosphorus oxychloride plus HCl. So again you write same statement. When alcohols are treated with phosphorus pentachloride, haloalkanes are formed. Same line. So when alcohols are treated with phosphorus pentahalides, haloalkanes are formed. Students, here I have given both, that is general reaction and example, and another more reaction is there, that is bromoalkanes. So bromoalkanes can be prepared in the laboratory. So by using red phosphorus and bromine. Look here students. So see, when this red phosphorus plus bromine plus alcohol, look here, this red phosphorus and bromine P4 plus 6Br2, so it gives 4 PBr3. Look here students, here 6 2s are 12, it is 4 3s are 12, 4 PR. So when red phosphorus is treated with bromine, it forms phosphorus tribromide, and the same reaction you write ROH plus this PBr3, it gives RBr, that is 3 RBr, 3 is common, 3 RBr plus again H3PO3. Look here students, here bromoalkanes are prepared by this method. So these three reactions are regarding with phosphorus halides. Then after this phosphorus halide, students, here we can prepare this with thionyl chloride also. It is also very important one. Thionyl chloride, it is also very important one. Reaction with thionyl chloride. reaction with thionyl chloride. It is very important. In annual exam, they may ask this question: how haloalkanes or alkyl halides are prepared by thionyl chloride, and the first reaction one, that is Grove's method. And this method is also called as, it is also called as Darjan's method or Darjan's process. It is also called as Darjan's method or Darjan's process. So what happens here? So when alkyl halides are prepared by treating alcohol with thionyl chloride, or you may write that is when alcohols are treated with thionyl chloride, it is also pronounced as thionyl chloride. So thionyl chloride in presence of little pyridine. So here pyridine is used to neutralize HCl, which is formed during the reaction. In presence of little pyridine, haloalkanes are formed. Look here students, it is one of the most important one, Darjan's method. When alcohols are treated with thionyl chloride in presence of little pyridine, haloalkanes are formed. So haloalkanes are formed here. Alcohols treated, look here, I will write alcohol plus thionyl chloride, SOCl2 in presence of pyridine. Look here it breaks like this. Then it forms RCl. You may also write the statement: when alcohols are treated with thionyl chloride in presence of little pyridine, haloalkanes. Instead of haloalkanes, you may also write chloroalkanes. So here it gives chloroalkane plus then here it forms SO2 plus HCl, both are in the gaseous state. And by this method, here alkyl chloride or chloroalkane which is prepared here, it is very pure form, because the SO2 is also gas and HCl is also gas, these escapes, and the pure RCl remain in the flask. So this method is a very important one, and here it is thionyl chloride. Look here students, this may ask in the examination, and you may write example here: CH3OH plus SOCl2, it gives in presence of pyridine, it gives CH3Cl plus SO2 plus HCl, that is methyl chloride is formed. Even you may use ethyl alcohol. Look here students, I will write ethyl alcohol. It is called as a Darjan's method. You may use ethyl alcohol. Look here, when CH3CH2OH, ethyl alcohol is treated with thionyl chloride, it gives CH3CH2Cl plus SO2 plus HCl. Look here. So this is called as a Darjan's method. And here students, another method is there. When alcohols are treated with bromide salt, that is second one. When alcohol is treated with bromide salt, NaBr, in presence of H2SO4, look here, in presence of H2SO4, here it forms RBr, bromoalkanes. So here you will get bromoalkanes, and here you will get that is haloalkanes or it is also called as chloroalkanes. Generally we are writing that is haloalkanes, but here that is the product, actual product formed is chloroalkanes. So here bromoalkanes are formed, RBr plus NaHSO4 plus H2O. Look here students, when it is treated with sodium bromide salt. So here it is the method where it is treated with salt. Then students, another that is here, another one from alkanes. So I will write here. Look here, next one that is from alkanes. Alkanes by free radical halogenation. It is not a suitable method, but also in practice we are writing yes, free radical halogenation. So what happens here? When alkanes are treated with chlorine or bromine in presence of light, or when it is heated to high temperature, so it gives a mixture of isomeric mono and polyhaloalkanes. So look here students, when alkanes are heated in presence of light or heat, it gives a mixture of isomeric mono and polyhaloalkanes. So here it forms isomeric mono and polyhaloalkanes. So students, when for example this CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, it is called as N-butane. So when this N-butane is heated with chlorine in presence of light, so here it forms CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2Cl plus CH3, CHCl, CH2, CH3. So it is 1 chlorobutane and it is 2 chlorobutane. 1 chlorobutane and 2 chlorobutane. Look here students, here it is the general method. When N-butane is treated with chlorine or bromine in presence of light, it forms 1 chlorobutane and 2 chlorobutane. It is generally in practice we are writing. Then the next one, very important one. So very important one from alkenes. So look here, when alkenes are treated with hydrogen chloride or hydrogen halides, it is nothing but addition of hydrogen halides. HX is equal to HCl, HBr, HI. Addition of hydrogen halides. Look here students, when alkenes are treated with halogen acids or hydrogen halides, so it undergoes addition reaction forming alkyl halides. So we will write first example here. So look here, CH2 double bond CH2 plus, you may use any one that is the method. So here that is if you add HX, then here this it forms CH3 CH2X. So if you take example CH2 double bond CH2 plus HCl, so you will get CH3 CH2Cl. It is called as chloroethane. It is called as ethene. Addition takes place here. So addition reaction takes place here. So simply it forms these compounds. So then what happens if halogen acid is added to unsymmetrical alkene? Look here students, I will write here CH3, CH double bond, CH2. It is unsymmetrical alkene. And what happens if I add HCl? If I add HCl, so what happens here? So therefore, here the reaction, if I add HCl, or you may take that is HI also, even you may take HI. So when HI is added, so look here students, here two possibilities are there. Two possibilities are there. H may be attached here or H may also attach here. And I may be attached here, I may be attached here also. Then which is right? So as we learnt in PUC first year, that is called as Markovnikov's rule. Whenever the hydrogen halides or halogen acids are adding to the unsymmetrical alkene, so it follows Markovnikov's rule. Then what is Markovnikov's rule? So according to the Markovnikov's rule, when hydrogen halide is added to an unsymmetrical alkene, so here it is the positive part, it is the negative part. So the negative part, it is also called as adenum. The negative part of the hydrogen halide is attached or bonded to that double bonded carbon atom which contains less number of hydrogen. Listen carefully. The negative part of hydrogen halide is attached or bonded to that carbon atom, means that carbon atom which is doubly bonded, and it must contain less number of hydrogen atom. Means here the doubly bonded carbon atom, these two doubly bonded, it is not, it is triply bonded, it has 3 hydrogen, it is not doubly bonded carbon atom. Among these two, it has more number of hydrogen, it has less number of hydrogen. So therefore here this I should be that is attached here, and then this H should be attached here. So therefore there are two possibilities are there. It follows Markovnikov's rule. So I will write both here CH3, then if add here that is H, then it forms CH3, CH double bond, CH2. So here that is I will write CH2, then it is CH2I, and second one CH3, CHI, then it is CH3. Look here students, when hydrogen is added to this, it forms CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH2I, and then when I is added here, then it forms CH3, CHI and CH3, which is the major product. So here, according to Markovnikov's rule, it is the major product and it is the minor product. So then what is Markovnikov's rule? As I already explained Markovnikov's rule. So what is Markovnikov's rule? So according to Markovnikov's rule, according to Markovnikov's rule, the negative part of an hydrogen halide is attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom containing less number of hydrogen. Look here students, according to Markovnikov's rule, the negative part I minus of an hydrogen halide is attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom containing less number of hydrogen. So here this second one is 2-iodopropane is the major product. So it is a major product. It is here, by this method we can prepare this. Then the next one, addition of halogen is there. Look here students. Addition of halogens to alkenes. Addition of halogens to alkene. Very simple. When ethene is treated with bromine in presence of carbon tetrachloride, so here CH2Br, CH2Br. So these are also called as vicinal dihalides. That is 1,2 dibromo ethane is formed, or it is also called as vicinal dihalides. Look here. So it is very simple reaction. When ethylene is treated with bromine in presence of carbon tetrachloride, so it forms vicinal dihalides. So students, it is also the methods of preparing, that is the compounds which are containing, that is dihaloalkanes. The compounds which are containing dihaloalkanes. So you may write any example here. So you may write, that is here the reddish brown fume, the reddish brown color of this bromine is discharged. It also indicates the position of double bond. So you may take, that is this propene, or that is 2-butene, like this, that is 2-pentene, like this, it indicates the position of a double bond. It is the general method. So students, here the next one is very important one. They ask on and often in the examination, that is very important. Remember, this reaction maybe that is asked so many times. It is called as halogen exchange method. Halogen exchange method. So students, here the first one is halogen. The name indicates that halogen exchange, exchanging the halogen. So the first one is Finkelstein's reaction. Finkelstein's reaction. So what is a Finkelstein's reaction? So here, when, look here, when chloroalkanes or bromoalkanes, when chloroalkanes or bromoalkanes are treated with a strong solution of sodium iodide, look here students, sodium iodide in the presence of acetone. Acetone is used here, in presence of acetone, in presence of acetone. Look here, iodoalkanes are formed. Here purposely I have written capital letter. Iodoalkanes are formed. So look here, when chloroalkanes or bromoalkanes are treated with strong solution of sodium iodide in presence of acetone, iodoalkanes are formed. Look here students, when this R X is equal to, so here X is equal to, that is you may write X is equal to Cl or Br. So here Rx plus NaI. So the halogen exchange takes place. The halogen exchange takes place. Then here it forms Ri plus NaX in presence of acetone. So you may write example also. So I will write here CH3, CH2, so Br or Cl, then it is NaI, then here it forms CH3, CH2I. So here a halogen exchange takes place plus NaBr. So NaBr. So this is called as iodoalkanes. Then what is the function of acetone? So acetone dissolves the sodium bromide or sodium chloride and it precipitates, and the precipitate can be easily removed. It precipitates the sodium chloride and sodium bromide, and these can be easily removed. So students, here it is a Finkelstein's reaction. Here so many times they ask this reaction. It is the general reaction and it is the example. Here you may write ethyl bromide. Instead of ethyl bromide you may also write this ethyl chloride also, CH3, CH2, Cl plus NaI. So you will get CH3 CH2Cl plus NaCl. That is this NaCl, and here you will get. So only that is iodides can be obtained here. Halogen exchange takes place. Bromine exchanges with iodine, chlorine exchanges with iodine. Then another important reaction, that is called as a Schwarz reaction. Look here students. So here we can obtain fluorides. So it is alkyl fluorides or fluoroalkanes. Fluoroalkanes can be obtained when chloroalkanes and bromoalkanes are treated with metal fluorides. Look here students, I will write an example, Rx plus, that is metal fluoride, AgF. So here halogen exchange takes place, it forms Rf plus AgX. Look here, halogen exchange takes place here. So fluoroalkanes can be obtained when chloroalkanes and bromoalkanes are treated with metal fluorides. I will write example here, CH3 CH2 OH plus CH3 CH2 Br or Cl plus AgF. Then you will get AgCl plus CH3 CH2F, that is called as fluoroethane. Look here students, CH3 CH2Cl AgF. So here this AgCl goes out and then it forms CH3 CH2F. Fluoroethane is formed. So it is called as Schwarz reaction. So here these are the general methods of preparation students. Here that is all the methods of preparation I have completed here. Look here students, it is called as general method, and here all the methods are completed, and among these the Finkelstein's reaction and Schwarz reactions are very important. And I also explained the functions, what are the functions of acetone, like this. So here in our next class we will discuss about the physical properties and chemical properties. So thank you.